All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic as always. In today's video, we have a lot to talk about, put it that way. We have the release of the KLIP dividend. We got some couple new yield max funds coming out. And what I do want to talk about is the release of AMZY, which is the yield max Amazon option income strategy ETF, which writes synthetic covered calls on Amazon and produces a pretty decent yield for you. Currently, their yield is actually not displayed, but we're going to get into that in the future, and I have something to compare it to. So I hope you guys do stick around for this video. I do want to say this video is brought to you by none other than Kenosis7979. Kenosis brought to my attention that YieldMax announced on Twitter today that Google and Facebook are coming out for the YieldMax funds, and they're actually coming out tomorrow. And so a shout out to Kenosis. I'm pretty sure, Kenosis, you were my 51st subscriber. I do remember that. Thank you as always. You're always commenting on my posts. You're the best. You truly are the best. And I do want to say, before we get into this video, please do subscribe. We're up to 1,406 subscribers. Our last video did amazing, up to 1.3K in under 24 hours. So that is fantastic. And we crossed over this 1,400 subscriber mark. So awesome stuff, guys. You keep doing your thing and I'll keep doing mine. So today, why don't we start with the AMZY release? So AMZY just came out on Tuesday, which was literally 2 days ago. So just even going back, 5 days, you could see that it says Tuesday. It was released at 9:30. And as you can tell, it kind of stayed flat. I predicted it would come out about the $20 level because that pretty much where all the yield max funds come out is at that $20 level or so, even going back to Tesla's chart here. And as you can see, it looks like it kind of hit a couple rough patches, but you know what? It's compared to Amazon because it does track Amazon. And as you could tell, Amazon did the exact same thing, and that is exactly what AMZY is going to do. It is going to track Amazon. And what I do want to say is that Amazon looks like it had an amazing run up and might be approaching a little bit of a downtrend. And I do want to actually compare it to Tesla because Tesla did the exact same thing. As soon as it released, it kind of went up a little bit, just like AMZY did and is doing right here. But as you can tell, like Amazon might be approaching that downtrend. So you might see something very similar to Tesla. And after that downtrend, if you were to have purchased Tesla at this mark, this 1356 mark, for example, even till today, you would have gathered all these dividends and still made some gains in terms of capital appreciation. So it would have been a great buy. And that's why I'm saying just keep a close eye on AMZY for if it does the exact same thing if Amazon does go into that downtrend. Now, after tackling this, what I do want to say is yes, Google and Facebook. YieldMax has announced that Google and Facebook option income strategy ETFs are going to be out this Friday, it says here, which is July 28th. So tomorrow, as of the recording of this video. And so that is very exciting. Now we are going to have 7 YieldMax ETFs out with Tesla, ORC, Apple, NVIDIA, and AMZY already out, and then FBY and GOOY. What interesting oh my god, I always say ticker symbols for these two option income strategy ETFs. And what I do want to say is I think Google and Facebook are going to be very similar to Apple. And so in that regard, I would say just because they're both tech companies, I would say they're going to probably perform about the same or similar. They're all kind of growth stocks, which produce maybe, I know I know Apple does produce a little bit of a yield, and Facebook and Google, they don't produce any yield, so they might have a little bit more capital appreciation, which might return some bigger dividends than Apple. But that's just a little insight on what I think those releases are going to be like. I do think they're going to start at that $20 mark, just as AMZY did, and so did Tesla. So watch out for that $20 mark. And when they do release, I can make a little video on where I do think they're going in the future. But enough about that. Today's video is jam-packed, and we're talking about KLIP. These are all high dividend yields we're talking about. We're talking about a 51% dividend-paying stock, which just released its ex-dividend date, which is today. So sadly, if you didn't get in before today, you can't really receive this dividend. But if you did, you're going to be receiving 83 cents. Okay, let's do this here. We got 0.8321. So it's going to be 83 cents. It is slightly less than last month's yield. And honestly, you know what? It's okay. I was expecting somewhere about this. I honestly was expecting this yield to be a little bit higher. So I am a touch disappointed just because what I want to do here is show you that KLIP did have a little bit of a run up at the end of the month. I'm not sure if this was priced into their dividend or if this will then go to their next dividend payment. But as you can see, KLIP's, someone asked in my comments, they were like, why did KLIP drop so much? It's because the ex-dividend date, this dividend will be taken out. This 83 cents will be taken out of that share price of KLIP, and that's why it's down so much. What you could do is, if you bought KLIP today, for example, you might receive some capital appreciation in then next month's dividend. But I'm going to hold off on doing that. I usually buy right before that dividend to maximize my cash flow. But yeah, so as you can see in the last little while of KLIP, actually, you know what? It's probably better to go to KWeb here because KWeb is the underlying asset that KLIP tracks, and it writes covered calls on KWeb. So as you can tell, going back over the past couple days, just even going to their month chart, you can see like KWeb had a pretty decent run up. They started the month at about here at this $27 level and ended the month at this $29 level. I honestly, that's why I was expecting a bit more of a dividend in terms of KLIP. But nonetheless, we're still getting paid a 50% dividend. So that is pretty fantastic for the most part. Can't really complain on that. And going forward in the future, I'm still going to reinvest my dividends in KLIP. That's not going to stop me from doing that. But I do hope that their next dividend will be better and closer to that 90 cents or even a dollar mark. Okay. You know, we are approaching the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. My thoughts a little bit on AMZY and how I think there could be a potential downtrend in the future, similar to what we've seen in Tesla. And on that note, then if you were to buy at that real downtrend like bottom, then you could pick up some amazing shares of AMZY at a great price and receive some pretty good dividends on that. Also, the Google and Facebook Yield Max Income Strategy ETFs are launching this Friday, which is tomorrow, July 28th. So please do keep out for that, as they're going to be coming out in the morning. And then also KLIP's dividend coming in at 83 cents for those of you who are invested in KLIP. Okay, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please do subscribe if you haven't yet done so. We're up to 1,400 subscribers. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please do check out a bunch of our other videos. We've got a bunch of amazing videos on the dividend snowball. We have KLIP, BITO, this strategy. I'm telling you, the strategy is pretty cool, so please do check out this video right here and a whole bunch of other videos for you guys to enjoy. All right, I hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.